Dear chess friends, this is Štěpán Žilka, and in this video I will show you endgame. Not everybody knows it's even a draw, but it's very hard. But what it wants to show you mainly is fascinating defensive skill of bishop against knight and pawn, when the bishop can already self-sacrifice for the pawn, then the bishop has a huge chance to hold positions that looks really bad, but the bishop is really strong. Okay, if in case the bishop cannot be sacrificed for the pawn, it's a bit different story, but as you see, if this position is draw theoretical, it must be pretty good defender anyway. There's a easy easy rule that the bishop should protect 6th rank and 8th rank. If it's protecting 7th rank, if it's on a2, this position would be lost, and maybe it would be drawn with white pawn already on h3 being a weakness, that the bishop could go just some bishop e6, and you could go something like to counter attack. But I know that certainly with pawn on h2 it's a win for white if the bishop is light squared, because he will just push f-pawn, and one day he will just protect the h2 pawn from f1, and he will meet king g2 with h4, sacrificing the knight on f1. But this is to the light square bishop. We go with the drawing dark square bishop here. So I was just trying to make some white moves, just playing against the table base. Just I wanted to show you some reasonable line for white, and just showing you the defense. It's just the defense I made as boring as possible, just waiting. So okay, king g4. I was also trying this king g4. We will king e4. We will check later. So let's try just first with some just go ahead with the pawns. f4. It's important to be active with the king. You will always meet h6 with king g6, and as I was speaking, once h-pawn falls, the bishop on b2 can stop the remaining pawn very effectively. So now we are just waiting, and the problem of white is that he can build really beautiful lockdown. He can even push his king to d7. It will be statically beautiful, but he will not be able to make moves in this position. So my first try was king d5. Then I also tried the second move, king f3, but it just leads nowhere. You just end in this position, and you will never actually play the h6 move. If you play h6 now, you will be met. It will be met by bishop g5, and just what's your next idea to play? You will just, once the pawn appears on h7, I immediately grab it with my king. Then I try this more reasonable king d5, just going to try something from d7, but yeah, it's just waiting. And okay, now I just no longer saw much options, so I just tried. Okay, of course the knight can be taken, but I just wanted to show you that even if you reach this, which looks also very nice, just having this blockation everywhere, pieces untouchable, it's still draw. And the draw, it's even here, as after f6 you have this basic draw with king against bad knight with h7 pawn. It's just stalemate. It's just king g6, it's stalemate, and white just cannot improve even in this position. So this was the try with h pawn running, when you just wait and you won. Okay, the problem for white is that his pawns are pretty solid on 5th rank, but once you play h6, or f6, these pawns become target immediately. You know, you play f6, I go king e6, and just and now you are completely stuck. I mean, completely. What do you want to do here? I just wait and or go bishop g5 and just take, you know, h6. I just start taking them. So the pawns are pretty safe on 5th rank, but once they cross it, they will immediately become very weak target to your pieces, and that's actually the point how the defense should work. That you are not supposed to fight against pawns on 5th rank. There you are just waiting, and once the pawns reach 6th rank, you just start attacking them badly. And now to the second try, which I wanted to show you. Okay, the defense can probably make more useful moves than this, but I just wanted to show you the skill, the defending skill of this bishop against the pawn when the king will be somewhere in far distance. And now you see that if f6 happens, of course you just grab it, you just take it and take on h2 and it's draw. So knight e3, take, knight g4 check, knight e5 check, and with pawn on f7 the bishop cannot stop the pawn itself, but with support of the king it's just draw. Bishop a3, and it's so hard to protect all the squares from the bishop. So now knight e7 is threatening, bishop f8 one of the options, bishop h6, and now you are just waiting with your king, and there's basically no way how white can promote this pawn without being captured, because the bishop is just untouchable on h6 or on g7. You can probably shift your king to g8 to attack the h6 square, but then g7 will be free, and the other way around. Just it's no way, not possible to attack both these squares, because there's only f5 from which you could achieve that, but f5 will be always protected by black king. And I also wanted to show you something like this. If this ever happened to you and you had some business for your king, this is draw even without the king. You don't have to do anything here. You just the bishop is just enough in this position to hold. There's such a rule that if the pawn is stopped by the bishop, even on a6, is this the border? That once you stop the bishop, the pawn on g4, f5, and e6, I guess too, even though I'm not 100% sure. If you can stop with the bishop the pawn on this line, the bishop can stop it itself without any need of king support. So you can just do anything, just stop the pawn of the bishop. You will never have to do anything complicated here. So this is everything to the video. I just wanted to show you this perfect scale of bishop against knight and pawn, and this case with h and f, it's some special case of this because it's about the king ability to attack in very big distance, to attack the pawn on initial rank. Because the bishop will stop the pawn forever or for long enough time to the positions being drawn. So this bishop against a knight, h and f pawns is just highlighting this super potential in defense of the bishop. What is something people are not very good at handling bishop in these positions. It just looks so bad, you know, with this position. It just looks so horrible, and you have complete control with white. But so it's black players usually feel this must be lost. They even resign these types of positions. But it's just bishop can win in this it's just perfect now, but once one pawn advances, it just becomes a weakness forever. So this is the point that bishop usually has much greater drawing chances that in practice we can see. So this is everything to the video. I hope you like it. If you like, you can try Alien chess application developed by me. There's also a lot of endgame analysis. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next part of the series.